Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Joining us now is Ojinika Ojiope with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jinix.
Good morning, Dr.
Thank God it's Friday.
TGIF.
Are you in Christmas mode already?
I am actually. I am. My children have been asking, what are we doing for Christmas? Ayo, what are you doing for Christmas?
Oji. Oh, for Christmas? Well, spending time with family, resting. It's not a season to really move up and down because of traffic, unfortunately, but at least still milking the goodness out of Christmas and ensuring that we're not defeated. No retreat, no surrender.
Fantastic. I hope I can come share Christmas with you. I'm in the Christmas spirit. Well, all right. Good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, on Thursday urged his supporters to take the money offered to them by opposition political parties and still vote for him at the polls in 2023. Obi made the call at the Labour Party presidential rally in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Well, according to Obi, the money from opposition parties offered to his supporters belonged to Nigeria, but was stolen by those in government. The Labour Party presidential candidate at the rally also reiterated his promise to fight insecurity and unite Nigeria. Let's take a look.
Number one job is to secure and unite Nigeria. Our number two job is to make sure that we have a country where there's rule of law, where there's a regulated environment. We want to have a place where there's a regulated environment for people to invest, where we have law and order, where police will be a helper. We want to have a country where education is number one priority in terms of development. That money, what did I give you? Now your money, what is not still? Take time. Chop. Vote for me. Because the money what I'm going to give you, be said, you don't get to work. The money what I'm going to give you, say, you don't get help. I will pay for education. I will make the society work. You will become rich. I want to build a society where people will secure, where a child of nobody will be able to be
Peter Obi again reiterated his promise to secure Nigeria and to unite Nigeria. But this video has come at a time where a lot of people are talking about vote buying, the cost of electioneering and all of that. I don't know, what do you make of his, urge for his supporters to take the money from opposition parties and still vote your conscience? What do you make? Do people say, is it encouraging vote buying? What do you make of that?
So it's interesting, Oji, because that was him in River State. And it's interesting because it sounds very nice to the ears.
Yeah.
You can even hear the people cheering him on as he spoke and telling them, collect their money, because don't joke with the money. Tell us what you want to say, but don't joke with my money. But on a serious note, though, earlier this year, CSOs had come out to encourage Nigerians to reject monies by politicians, because we're trying to, we've been preaching the message of say no to vote buying, your vote is your right, protect your vote. And so this messaging, as well, probably noble, or in terms of trying to speak the language of the people as he was trying to, shouldn't really be promoted. What the messaging should be that Nigerians should stick up, say no to vote buying, stand up for your rights, ensure that you're voting competence as opposed to the little change that's given to you, and let that messaging be consistent. Beyond just saying, it makes, people like that, say maybe the higher moral ground then. At the very level he's speaking to the people, at that level is collect their money but still vote your conscience, because people need money. And he says, it's their money they're giving you, stolen funds. But the higher ground, I would go back to what the CSO, civil society organization, said, which is reject the money, refuse to collect it, and let us bring back integrity, this sense of integrity in our nation again, where you're like, I won't collect your money, instead I'll vote my conscience and vote what's right.
All right, Ayo. Dr. Martin.
Okay. The Electoral Act frowns at vote buying. Any kind of inducement whether it's votes, it's money you are using, or it is corn you are using, or you are using roasted plantain to influence voters. What the law says, and what INEC has consistently insisted upon, is that, look, you should vote according to your conscience. The pillar of democracy is the ability of the people to make free and informed choice. So Mr. Peter Obi saying, oh, collect their money and vote for me, well, it could be interpreted at one level as trying to encourage vote buy. But if we put it in context, because after saying that, he went on quickly to define what he actually meant by that, because context is very important,
key, yes.
you know, in analyzing language and communication. He went ahead to now say that the money that I will give you, other people are doing the wrong thing. They are trying to induce you. But the money that I will give you is education, healthcare, security. I will move Nigeria, he has always said, from consumption to production. Okay, those were the key messages from that particular rally in Port Harcourt. Now, Peter will be going to Port Harcourt after appearance in Uyo and Calabar. It's also instructive because you could say that he's in friendly environment. Why do I say he's in a friendly environment? In November, he was invited by Governor Wike to come and commission a flyover, the night flyover. I think they've done 10 now. So he commissioned the night flyover. And on that occasion, Governor Wike promised that anytime he wanted to come and campaign in Port Harcourt, that he will receive good reception and that he will assist him with logistics. So we will not know the extent of the logistics or the scope of the logistics that he got. But of course, it was in a friendly environment. Even made more exciting this particular campaign by the appearance of P-Square, Paul and Peter Okoye, who are very well-known supporters and prominent members of the Obedient group, with the brothers supporting Peter Obi. They had been expected to show up in Uyo. They couldn't make it, but they were there in Port Harcourt live, and they energized that campaign. So we're seeing a very colorful campaign, not just politics, but also, music and dance and all of that, joining it. So that's what happened in that contest. But just to remind people that vote buying is an offense. But the context in which he's talking relates to the issues that are central to his campaign.
Well said, Dr. Abati. We'll take another story still in Rivers State.